Hey everyone, my name's Captain Duke, and I really like to play video games. Please like and subscribe because it really helps me out and it enables me to make more content. Hope everyone has a good day, be safe out there, and much love. Let's get into it.
For 500 years, the Calradian Empire dominated the continent. Its armies scattered foes before them. The strongholds of proud tribes crumbled beneath its engines of war. From the forests of the north to the wastes of the south, all was brought beneath the standard of their legions. Brutal as the conquest was, the wise agreed that it brought peace. The land, now untroubled by armies, grew rich. But empires, like men, grow old. Leaders lose a common cause. Corruption spreads. Old enemies learn the Empire's tricks and devise new ones of their own. Until one day, the bonds holding the Empire snap. Then comes the Civil War, pitting all against all. A time of hatred. A time of suffering. But also, even in the worst hours, a time of courage and defiance. As new leaders arise, from new places and new peoples, to turn back the tides of destruction and bring forth a new world from the ashes of the old.
This is the story of Duke K. A simple man who was just trying to make it with his family in the world of, I think it's called Area. And these are the tales of what he goes through as he goes through the game. This is the first time I have ever played Mount&Blade 2, Bannerlord. I don't know what I am doing. I like these kind of games. I liked Mount&Blade. I didn't play this game yet because I was kind of waiting for some of the kinks to get worked out. And I think that we're there. I mean, it's been out for a long time, so that should be worked out. So you might see some things that I'm a little slow to do, that maybe you guys are like, you're slow to do that. We're a little quicker, and that's fine. If you have tips, please leave them in the comments. I'm absolutely going to need them. But I'm going to try to explain at the beginning of every episode and at the end of every episode what Duke is thinking to try to make sense to what I'm doing in the game. So maybe there'll be a little personality to it. I do not have commentary throughout the gameplay. I can add that if you guys want. It's just hard for me to record for that long because I live in a very noisy house. I got 2 huskies, but I'd be more than happy to if it's wanted. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. And please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And enjoy the story of Duke K.
Brother, it's been 3 days now we've been tracking those bastards. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. How are we going to rescue our brother and sister? Are we up for a fight? This looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we can spare some time and brush up on our skills. The practice could come in handy when we catch up with the raiders. Are you sure about that? All right then. Let us split up and look for the little ones separately. I'll send you a word if I find them before you do. One other thing, brother. We want people to take us seriously. We may be leading men into battle soon. Let's give our family a name and a banner, like the nobles do.
So I'm trying to keep these at 30 minutes long per episode. I don't know, I might have went over on this. I apologize for that. You can go back and look at the character creation for the beginning of some of the things that Duke was thinking with the character creation. But I just wanted to go over what this character was thinking as he went through this game, you know. So he was born to urban merchants, and early on he was recognized for his leadership among his merchant household. He was starting to take charge of things, maybe saving in his piggy bank and then using that money to try to make investments and just taking leadership of his own finances and investments in a childlike manner. And his mother and his father began to notice that. So as an adolescent, they encouraged him, and they would frequently take him to the markets and the caravans with them. Him and his brother Nathan. His younger siblings often would take along, but would get a little too unruly, so they'd have to be returned home with a servant, or maybe told to go play with the other children on the outskirts of town in a field maybe, or to go help the farmers, just to keep them busy and run off their energy. As a young adult, Duke invested in a workshop, and he thought this was going to be his life. He was having dinner with his family, his parents, Nathan, his brother, his 2 siblings, younger siblings, I forget their names, but he's having dinner with them every night. He's saving up to get a place of his own. He just got an investment in this workshop. This is what he has been doing his entire life. This is what his merchant parents did. This is how he thinks this is going to go and how this is going to end. But unfortunately, armies show up, and then more armies, and then more armies, and then soldiers, and more soldiers, and more soldiers, and then looters, and more looters. They cannot stay in the town. It's not safe. So they decide, the parents, his parents decide, the K parents decide, look, Nathan, Duke, we got to pack up. We got to go. Your siblings are too young for this. We can't handle this. You know, it's not safe. So they all pack up and they leave. And they leave with other travelers. And I imagine this is a pretty well-off caravan because, you know, for one thing, it's probably a caravan because they're merchants, but it's a well-off caravan because his parents own things. His brother Nathan owns things. Duke owns things. He's not just going to leave the workshop. He's going to take what he can with him that they know they can sell to make their way to find a new and safer town. And unfortunately, that makes them a target. They're staying at this inn, the Pig's Head, and it just gets attacked by raiders because of who the K family is. They are a mark. This is an easy mark. These raiders know that there's money to be had through those goods that they're carrying, and they're going to take it forcefully. Unfortunately for the Ks, they kill the parents. They kidnap the younger siblings.
Oi, sorry,
Nathan
I
and
don't
Duke
think I know you.
swear revenge. They swear they're going to find their siblings. That's kind of where this all starts. Duke realizes, as the gameplay starts to happen, Duke realizes we need to split up. It'll help us find our siblings quicker, and I need to get an army. And not only do I need to get an army, but I need to get an army trained. I need to get people I can train, I can stay with, and the best way to do that is to fight every low-life raider that I see. So to Duke K, his hatred for raiders is palatable. If you were around him, he would probably tell you how much he hates raiders. Looters, bandits, hill mountain people, whatever you want to call them, seafarers, these are all to Duke K the people that killed his parents. It's also, he realizes, a great way to train his rookie soldiers. He can attack the looters, especially the weaker ones, in their hideouts, and not only get a lot of loot to continue to sell and buy, like with his trading background, to keep his army going and to get it bigger and to get more skills and to learn more about the wider world. He's never left his town before, and he's learning as he goes, and so is Nathan. And Duke is worried about Nathan. Duke is hoping his brother Nathan is doing okay, but he's very confident in his brother, just as he was in his parents. He's not so confident in his young siblings because they're young, they're too young for this, and they've been taken by these raiders. When the raid happened, Duke was able to organize the travelers into a breakout scenario. And in this chaos of him organizing the travelers and breaking out with his brother Nathan, his parents were killed. They were alive up until that point. So Duke feels guilty about that. And that guilt has turned into hatred for any low-life.
Welcome, stranger, to my little kingdom
low-life
here.
to him are
Who
people
might you
who
be?
are robbing people and killing people and all this and that. The irony is, he's also learning about war, and he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to have to make some tough decisions later on through the path that he's going down. Because you can't build up armies like this without capturing the attention of nobles and others in the world who want to use you or want to be your friend because of what you're doing. They begin to like you. They begin to talk to you. They begin to give you deals. Your influence starts to expand. Duke isn't there yet, but this is the path that he has chosen to head down without thinking of the implications, because his reaction to this is not a thinking reaction. It is not a logical reaction. This is 100% emotional thinking. Duke is thinking absolutely emotionally about his parents, absolutely emotionally about his younger siblings being captured, and that's going to have ramifications Will he be able to keep his head on straight with logic, or will he be doomed to be just drug around Calderia by wherever his emotions take him, searching for vengeance against any and all? Or will he ever catch up to the raiders who captured his siblings? Will his hatred end there, or will it only build more? Are his siblings still alive? I think that depends a lot on that question. So you see him here, he's just going around recruiting everyone he can in this gameplay. He's going up against every looter he sees. He's attacking them, he's being successful. And he even has his first duel, which he barely wins. You know, maybe that duel was a wake-up call for him. Like, this lowlife almost took him out. You know, he's got a little bit of an arrogance complex, Duke does, that he's better than these people. But this one almost took him out when he decided to fight it solo. It was one hit away either way. He just happened to be a little faster with the shield and the sword. So it's going to be really interesting, folks, to see where this goes. And I got to say, outside of Duke K's story, I am really enjoying Bannerlord. This has been a lot of fun. I don't know how different it really is from Mount&Blade, the original yet, but we're gonna see. You know, I got some more to add. We got, I think, 4 hours worth to go through. So this is just the first 30 minutes of episode 1. We have other episodes that we're gonna be posting. And I hope you liked the video. I hope you subscribe. It really helps me out. And I hope you enjoy the story of Duke K. One thing I would like to do in the future to improve upon is, when I can afford it, I want to get some voice modifiers so I can read the story of what the people are saying to Duke and read what he's saying. Maybe he doesn't really seem to say a lot that needs to be read, but, you know, read those kinds of things. And, oh, I almost forgot Salimi. This weird thing that Duke found from this guy he saved. You know, he saved this guy's life. This guy reminded him of his parents. He's laying there and he's hurt. Duke comes upon him. It pops up with a notification in the gameplay, and Duke's like, hey man, I'm going to heal you up. And the guy's like, hey, well, you can probably sell this old banner. It's some noble thing. Maybe go talk to a bunch of nobles about it, right? So Duke gets this banner for healing this guy. This is an interesting mystery figure that I hope the game builds upon. But to Duke, it's like, what is this piece of junk? So he's thinking like, okay, I'll ask the nobles as I go along about this. As I see them, I'll run up and ask them. Just hasn't seen a noble yet to ask. And what the nobles say to him and how these interactions go, will he view the nobles as raiders, lowlifes, parasites, just in another form that are in his class, meaning like he's a merchant, he's very well off, or was? Or will he view them as, these are nobles, these people are fighting the good fight, these people are chivalrous? So it's going to be really interesting in the story to see which way that goes. I'm sorry I forgot to leave that out to the end, but I hope you stick around. I hope you like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy Duke K's story, and I hope you share with me your thoughts and feelings on the matter in the comments. I just want to say I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys listening. Much love. Be safe out there. It's a dangerous world, almost as dangerous as Caldera itself, and I hope you stick around and watch episode 2. All right, everyone. That's it for me. Take care.